Man, Ben 10 has to be probably the most underutilized IP I've ever seen. WB and Cartoon Network are literally sitting on a gold mine here and are refusing to even touch the gold for whatever reason. Ben 10 has been trending on Twitter for the past, like 2 weeks now. And I know Twitter isn't exactly a reflection of real life, but it does remind me that this series still has a large fan base who are pretty much starving for new content. But even outside of Twitter, this cartoon had insane popularity throughout the early 2000s. Now, you'd be hard pressed to find any boy who grew up in the early 2000s who didn't grow up on this show. And I think both WB and Cartoon Network are not taking advantage of what they have here. First of all, the franchise is insanely popular, like I just said. Secondly, Ben himself has a very cool power set. The Omnitrix itself makes Ben probably the most diverse character in all of fiction, both in his power set and in how he looks. It would be effortless to create merchandise for any Ben 10 movie or series, if the sales of the past series are anything to go off of. Again, potential bread sitting there that Cartoon Network and WB are not utilizing. And last but not least, the world of Ben 10 itself is grand in scale. The lore and world building here is surprisingly deep from the outside looking in. There's 5 whole series to work with, consisting of so many arcs and fun and interesting characters. If they were to ever adapt a story for a wider audience, they would not be short on inspiration. But with all that being said, a part of me is sort of glad that WB and CN haven't really touched an idea of making a live action Ben 10 adaptation, because there's a, I'll be generous and say 2 out of 10 chance that it would be decent. And I do genuinely believe that Ben 10 as a franchise could rival the likes of Marvel and DC. I mean, if you look at the Transformers franchise and where that came from originally, I'd argue that Ben 10 has even stronger foundations for making a movie for the general audience.
You wanted your very own Big Bang!